Hello everyone. Today is Saturday, the 23rd of November 2019. My name is Dan Guitar from Thailand. In this video, I would like to talk about the truth of Mount Nirvana for the people who have the most wisdom. If you are a real person who want to attain Nirvana this life, you have to listen to me early because I have attained Nirvana for past 18 years. I'm ready to help everyone on this earth attain Nirvana this life as well. I'm ready, but are you ready? It's up to you. The topic to speak in this video is we never use language to speak to ourselves. What should we do now? Why did I say that? You know, the story in this talk and everything I have already said, I want you to understand only the first idea or thought process, because the idea is the heart of quenching of suffering. If anyone can know their own thoughts, that means you find a way to end false suffering. Nothing more to study than this. Please bear in mind. From now on, I would like to talk about we never use the language to speak to ourselves. What should we do now? What does it mean? You know, in everyday life, when we are alone or with many people, we do everything naturally. Can you realize? For example, when you are alone or with many people in everyday life, you do everything naturally without use the fictional language say to ourselves. Can you tell me? You do it naturally without use the fictional language say to ourselves. What should we do now? We never use the language say to ourselves. What should we do now? But we do it naturally. Can you understand when you do it naturally, such as? Now, you in the literature. And then you want to do it. And then at first you in literature. Literature in the fictional language we call sitting, and literature we call standing, and then this we call walking. In reality, when you do it like this, we never use the language say to ourselves, I will walk. No. We do it naturally. This gesture, it doesn't mean walking. It's naturally. We do it naturally, but we were taught to believe this gesture is mean walking, and this gesture it mean standing, and this is mean sitting. Where can I find the meaning of walking, standing, and sitting? The meaning of standing, walking, and sitting is just a fictional language for understanding communication temporarily. In reality, it does not really exist. It has no meaning as we understand it. When you movement like this, you never use the language say to ourselves, I will walk, I will stand, I will sit. No. You do it naturally. But Can you realize at your thought or at your body movement? If you want to, the mind instructs the body movement without use the fictional language. The mind instructs the body movement naturally without use the fictional language. Say to ourselves, I want to walk. No. You do it naturally. But can you realize your thought? At first, can you realize your thought? You want to rest your feet and do it like this. Can you realize at? And then you want to do it. You want to do it like this. Can you realize from this gesture become this gesture? From this gesture become this gesture. From this gesture become this gesture. And then this gesture. Can you realize at your thought and at your body movement? When you do it like this, aha! Can you realize? This story is very simple to understand. You know, the Freud's idea of thought process is the heart of quenching of suffering. If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, you must try to understand this story very much as possible. Can you understand me? It's very simple to understand. In everyday life, when you are alone or with many people, you movement with many body gesture. Can you realize as you thought you want to do it? Can you realize as you thought? You want to do like this, you know. This gesture, it doesn't mean walking. And this gesture, it doesn't mean standing. And this gesture, it doesn't mean sitting. We move naturally, but we were taught to believe this gesture is standing, is sitting, standing, and walking. The meaning of walking, standing, and sitting, it does not really exist. It's just a fictional language for understanding communication temporarily. Where can I find the meaning of walking, standing, and sitting? It's in your thought, it's in my thought. Every story I convey in this video, I want you to understand about the Freud's idea of thought process. Because the thought is the heart of quenching of false suffering. Nothing more to study than this. This story needs to speak often. Can you understand me? We do it like this. When you do it like this, you never use the language, say to ourselves, now I'm reading a book. Never use the language, say to ourselves, I want to read a book. But you do it naturally. This gesture, in the fictional language we call I'm reading a book. This gesture, it doesn't mean I'm reading a book. The meaning of I'm reading a book is does not really exist. It's such a fictional language is was created by human on this earth for understanding communication temporarily. Can you understand me? And when you do it like this, you do it naturally in everyday life. You do it like this. We never use a language say to ourselves, I will sweep a floor. No. We never use the language say to ourselves, now I'm sweeping a floor. No. We do it like this, naturally, all the time. But in the fictional language, we were taught to believe this very gesture is mean I'm sweeping a floor. Where can I find the meaning of I'm sweeping a floor? Wow. The meaning of I'm sweeping a floor is just a fictional language. It's in your thought, it's in my thought. For understanding communication temporarily. We do it like this, it's naturally. It doesn't mean sweep a floor. It doesn't mean I'm sweeping a floor. Can you understand me? When you do it like this, can you understand as your thought? You want, can you realize as your arm, your hand, which grab the broomstick. Now you grab the broomstick like this, and then you do it like this. In the fictional language, we call sweeping a floor. When you take right hand, grab the broomstick. When you take right hand, grab the broomstick like this, and do it like this. It's without fictional language to say. So that it mean. We do it like this naturally we do it naturally all the time. In the fictional language, we were taught to believe this gesture is mean sweeping a floor, sweeping a house. Where can I find the meaning of sweeping a floor, sweeping a house? I want you to understand only. In this talk, I want you to understand only the clearest idea or thought process. Before you must think. At first, it doesn't mean grab a broomstick. You do it like this. It doesn't mean grab a broomstick and then sweep a floor. No. We never use the language say to ourselves, I take right hand, grab the broomstick, and sweep a floor. We never use the language say to ourselves. But we do it naturally. Can you understand me? Can you realize as your thought? Realize as your. When you do it like this, I have to borrow the fictional language to say this. What you see now, we call it. It doesn't mean a brooms. And you do it like this. What you see now, it doesn't mean anything. It has no meaning. It's naturally all the time. But in this talk, I have to borrow the fictional language to say it means a broom, this broomstick. And then you take your right hand, grab the broomstick like this. I have to borrow the fictional language to say, for understand, it's either communication temporarily. But in reality, you do it without use the language, say to ourselves, I grab a broomstick and sweep the floor. No, no, no. You never use the language, say to ourselves, I grab a broomstick and sweeping a floor. Can you understand me? And if you want to do it like this, you do it naturally. We never use the language, say to ourselves, now I'm playing a guitar. What do you see? And here now at the same time. Now, what do you see and hear at the same time? You see in the way you see and you hear in the way you hear. We cannot each other. What do we see? What do we hear? Can you understand me? You see in the way you see and you hear in the way you hear. When you do it, when you do it like this, it doesn't mean I'm playing a guitar. You do it with the body gesture. It doesn't mean I'm playing a guitar. You see in the way you see and you hear in the way you hear. It cannot tell each other. What do we see? What do we hear? This is true Dhamma in Buddhism. It's very simple to understand. The true Dhamma in Buddhism, it doesn't mean meditation. Peace of mind. Meditation, it will lead to peace of mind. No, not at all. The correct Dhamma practice in Buddhism is not about, it doesn't mean, it doesn't mean mindfulness training. It doesn't mean, it doesn't mean mindfulness training like this. It doesn't mean, it doesn't mean. You do it like this. It's just the gesture. It's just the gesture of mindfulness training. And you do it like this. It's just a gesture of meditation. It doesn't mean meditation. It doesn't mean peace of mind. Can you understand me? The correct Dhamma practice in Buddhism is realizing our thought and realizing at our body movement to end all suffering. In this talk, I would like to talk about when you are alone or with many people, you do everything without use the language, say to ourselves, what should we do now? You do it naturally. It's a nature. Can you understand me? And I show you. In the fictional language, we call fish. You see, apple, In the fictional language, we call apple fish. You know, you know, you know. When you do it like this, huh? You like it. Aha. Aha. When you do it like this, it doesn't mean a fish. You can draw this picture because you can draw this picture from memory because you have seen it before. You can draw this picture because you have seen it before, and then you draw it from memory. You can draw this picture from memory. In the fictional language, we call fish. The word fish, it does not really exist. We draw it naturally. When you draw it like this, can you realize as your thought at first and at your hand which want to do it like this? Before you do it, before you draw this picture, in the fictional language we call fish. Before you draw this picture, you must think from your memory. Okay, you draw it. When you draw it, can you realize at your hand want to do it like this? Your hand move like this. Like this, move like this. And like that, your hand, like this. And you want to draw it like this. And then you want to like this. And then like this. And then you want to do it like this. You want to do it like this. Can you realize at your thought? You want to, Can you realize at your thought and your hand want to, This is the ultimate wisdom in Buddhism. And in the fictional language, we call an apple, but in reality, what you see now, it doesn't mean anything. You see in the way you see. We were taught to believe this is mean apple. If you want to draw this, we call this. This in the fictional language we call apple. If you want to draw this picture, you draw it from memory because you have seen it before, because you have seen it before, and then you can draw it like this. When you draw it, when you draw, we call apple. You draw this picture from memory. You draw this picture from memory. When you draw it, you never use the language, say to ourselves, now we draw apple. You draw it naturally because you have seen it before. Then you can draw it. Can you understand me? Hmm? 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 Hmm. Wow! 2 apples. When you draw it like this, can you realize at your thought and your hand 1, 2? Can you realize at your thought and your hand 1, 2? And if anyone can know their own thoughts, that means you find a way to end the false suffering. Nothing more to study than this. Every story I convey in this video, I want you to understand only the first idea or thought process. You know, we never use the language to speak to ourselves. What should we do now? But we do everything in everyday life naturally. Without use the fictional language, say to ourselves, what should we do now? Because everything you do, it doesn't have the fictional language. It has no meaning. It's naturally all around from birth to death. Can you understand me? The conclusion in this talk is, I want you to understand. The conclusion in this talk is, I want you to understand the favorite idea or thought process. When you are alone or with many people in every life, okay. When you are alone or with many people in every life, just kidding. Let's get back to learn to Dhamma. When you are alone or with many people in every life, you do everything and movement naturally all the time from birth to death. Without use the fictional language, say to ourselves, I want to sweep a floor. I want to play guitar. I want to draw this picture. You know, this picture, it doesn't mean apple. This picture, it doesn't mean apple. You draw it from your memory. And this picture, it doesn't mean fish. In the fictional language, we call fish. We call apple. If you want to draw this picture, or this picture, you draw it naturally. Without use the fictional language, say to ourselves, I want to draw a fish, I want to draw an apple. No, not at all. You draw it naturally all the time. Can you understand me? And you movement like this. Without use the fictional language. It's very simple to understand. Can you understand me? A story in this talk, I want you to understand only the first idea or thought process. In this talk, can you understand me? It's very simple to understand. This story can help you to end from suffering, and finally, you will have the opportunity to attain nirvana in this life. When you movement like this, like this, like this, or you do it like this, or you do it like this. It's naturally all the time. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It has no official language to say. Can you understand me? Okay. If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, and finally, you want to attain nirvana in this life, you have to listen to me only, because I have attained nirvana for the past 16 years. I'm ready to help everyone on this earth attain nirvana in this life as well. I'm ready. But are you ready? Aha! It's up to you.